Hi guys, so something that didn't attract a lot of attention on Budget Day was a particular announcement by the Chancellor. Jeremy Hunt set aside £1 million for a memorial to Muslims who fought and gave their lives for Britain in both the First and Second World Wars. Now, we're not talking about a huge amount of money in the grand scheme of things, and some may dismiss it as virtue signalling during a time when, well, let's put it mildly, the Conservative Party have a problem with Islamophobia. While most people didn't have much to say about it, it drove some members of a GB News audience completely round the bend for a reason I can't quite put my finger on.
Anyone that was watching the budget announcement today, you will have noticed something. I've got to say, something that I personally found a little bit peculiar, because Jeremy Hunt, right, his opening statement, what do you think the policy was? Tax cuts, VAT? No. It was about a memorial to celebrate Muslim victims. I want to explore that in a second, but Roon, what did you make to that?
Bollocks! Okay, oh my goodness. This is the response to a war memorial for Muslims who fought and died in the First and Second World War. Bollocks. From a very diverse audience, as you can see. I don't know if you can see it on your screen. Very diverse, as you would expect at a GB News event. Nigel Farage's old stomping ground. So you can expect to have a diverse opinion as well, as it's such a diverse audience. Bollocks.
Strong feelings in this room.
If you want to heal division in Britain, you don't have different memorials for different sectors of society. You have British memorials.
Hi, I'm Julie.
Hello, Julie.
I was sat watching the budget this afternoon and I was gobsmacked when I saw the war memorial for Muslims was going to be, shall we put it, £1 million reserved for them for that?
Mm-hmm.
When our own war memorials...
Sorry, what do you mean, our own war memorials? What does that mean, our own war memorials? Are you suggesting that the Muslim soldiers who died in the First and Second World War were not part of the British Empire, were not part of Britain, were not British? Like, this specific war memorial is to represent them. Now, once again, I think this is a bit of damage control by the Conservatives. They're doing pretty badly with the Muslim vote, and this is an attempt to maybe paper over the cracks or to do a bit of PR here. But what do you mean by our?
Are getting torn down.
So, what are you talking about? Torn down? What monuments are being torn down? I missed the memo. Can someone please point me to an article where war memorials are being torn down? Down by whom? What war memorials? Now, maybe some war memorials are being moved to a better location because maybe there's graffiti or there's antisocial behavior in the area. Maybe some are being moved to be restored, upgraded or something, or moved into a museum because maybe they're delicate and they need to be protected from the weather, from the elements. Can someone please point me to an article where war memorials are being torn down? And I'd love to know, down by whom?
Disrespect is shown to our memorials. Where does that leave us? I won't hold back because I am furious. I do believe that money should have gone to our war veterans.
Okay, so we always hear this argument, why aren't we spending it on our veterans? Look, these are separate things. A monument is capital expenditure for a single thing. Maybe there's some cost for when it comes to maintenance, okay, but that's a permanent thing. You build a monument, it stays there forever or for as long as it stays. But when it comes to veterans, why is it always the case of whenever any group is brought up, for example, the homeless, they say, people will suddenly out of nowhere appear and say, why aren't we doing something for homeless veterans? Whenever it comes to asylum seekers, why aren't we housing asylum seekers? Why are we housing asylum seekers? Why aren't we housing war veterans? So, yes, war veterans need to be protected in society like other citizens in society. They need to be accommodated. They need to be given support. Who's against that? I think it'd be very difficult to find somebody against that. But why are they only introduced to the topic whenever the topic is about asylum seekers or about a war memorial for Muslims. If this was a discussion, a general discussion about another war memorial, let's say they said, we're going to build a war memorial for a particular general, Montgomery or something. Do you think this woman would stand up and complain about, why aren't you spending this money on veterans instead? Probably not.
Or puts more of our war memorials.
Our war memorials. Who is this our once again? See, this is exactly what GB News want to achieve. They want to divide the public. They want to have us and them. Us with our memorials and them, you know who them is, with their war memorials. And why are we spending money on their war? Why are you taking my money to spend it on their war memorials? Do you understand who the memorial is for? It's not for people living today. It's for people who gave their lives to protect Britain, to maintain freedom. The freedom for you to stand up and make a fool of yourself.
In place for our people.
Our people. Look, I'm not trying to put words in her mouth. She's done it quite well herself. Our monuments, our people.
Thank you. Is there anybody that thinks that is a good idea, that welcomes that? I'm trying really hard. Anyone at all? Please don't be shy, because
there you go. It's a serious insult. There's the gammon vote gone. You know, the Tories may have thought that they'd be able to hold on to that section of society, but it seems no, it's gone. You know, you're pissing off the base here by putting money into a Muslim war memorial. Look, as I said at the beginning, I think this is maybe an attempt by the Conservatives to show that, you know, we're not all bad. We're not all like Suella Braverman and Lee Anderson. Some of us are good people as well, and we believe that the Muslim community deserve a war memorial for the Muslims who fought and died in the First and Second World War. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.